Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Stellar Tactics tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on more exploring of the Dauntless, and currently we are doing the mission Analyse tissue samples. So that's what we're going to do, get some tissue samples and then put them in the analysing machine. So the last episode I had killed off the two that were in here that were coming to attack me, and one of them dropped some loot, so let's see what he had. I'm going to keep my lead character selected. So some trader junk. Or maybe not. Mission updated. You have a tissue sample now placed. So that's actually what we needed. I thought it was on this character up here, but apparently not. And there is the analysing machine. So let's left click on that. There we go. Great, the analysis has started. It should take 20 minutes or so to process. Mission updated or accomplished. I've been thinking, I know where Dr. Ramos keeps his logs. I've seen him entering data in a few different notebooks. It may help us understand what he's been doing if we can read through them. I've unlocked his room using my security clearance from my terminal. You can find his room in Crew Quarters B, directly across from my room. Do you remember in a previous episode there was 2 rooms that were locked? This is one of them, so that's where we're going to go back to. Okay, we will look for his log. Also, could you do me a favour and check the cryo bays and the rest of the deck? I'd like you to check all areas carefully, make sure that none of my colleagues are infected. If they are, well, you know what to do. If any others have survived, tell them to stay behind locked doors. Let them know we are working to resolve the emergency. If the next shift wakes up, the last thing they need is to be confronted by infected while they are laying in their cryo bays helpless. If that happens, this mission could be over. We won't have enough staff to carry out our duties. Agreed. Thank you. So to recap, retrieve the logs, clear the deck. Come see me once those tasks are done. Okay, right, so there we go, that's what we got to do. Let's have a look around, see what there is to see. Is there anything else for us to loot, basically? Or any terminals to click on? No, that looks like it. So we've got to go back then to where we was. Not the medical bay, so we want to come back to... That's no cryo A. Where was it? Oh, it's down this way, that's why. Crew Quarters A, here's where we got to go, and it's one of the locked rooms at the end here. None of them rooms were locked, so... Crew Quarters B. Oh, did she say B? Yeah, here we are, so this is where we got to go. Let's bring them back down here. Once I've done this, then we can explore the ship to see if there's any more crew members alive or that have succumbed to the virus. Okay, can we get in here now? No, it's locked. Or was her room this one over here? Oh, there we go. So it's this room. Right, okay, so... Oh, there's something there, and there's something there, and there's something there. This is his logs by the looks of it. So let's grab the first one, which is under this lamp. Okay, log updated, new entry. Let's grab this one. It's the first one done. There's the second one and the third one. Okay, so we've got them objectives. Let's click on this and see what information this has. Oh, I should have done single movement, never mind. Maybe that's just reading a log. So let's have a look, see what we've got here. So in data, Dr. Remus, yes, it's opened up another log. So let's go to the first one, which is this one, substantive query. I have a theory based on my evaluations of the phage virus prior to boarding the Dauntless. I think the virus may be attempting to enter a symbolic relationship with the host, parasitic, mutative, synergistic, and mutualism. I must investigate further. Much scribbling, many pages on undecipherable mumble jump. This is obviously clearly where he was going insane. So let's read the next one. Success! It is done. I've successfully inseminated several females with the viral cocktail. Yeah, he's truly a lunatic. I believe this will result in a hybrid species that is immune to phage, however you want to pronounce that. The inseminated should be immediately immune. Their offspring will be a wealth of data. I'm certain there will be side effects, however, they should be manageable. The immunoresponse from these hybrids may even have regenerative properties never before seen. My dear Hannah, if only you were still with us, I could have saved you. Oh, it sounds like Hannah's the one who drove him insane, by dying perhaps. Anyway, something is wrong. No, it cannot be. The virus has mutated again, reverting to its previous genome. The subjects have become violent, aggressive. The symptoms are greatly accelerated. What have I done? I must rectify this. I'll gather several specimens and evaluate them tonight. So here you see a real lunatic who's just, that's what happens if you do something this mad. Encrypted. So one is docile, the rest are hostile. Okay, so we've done the retrieving of the logs. Now I need to clear the deck. Anything else for me to grab in here? No, nothing. And I don't think I can get in this room over here yet. No, so now it's a case of checking more of the deck. Let's find where else we've got to explore. Medical bay, laboratory, cryo chambers. I think that's the way we were going. And I've been in there, so that's done. I'm going to stay to the left. Ah, can we get in here? Cryo B. Oh, we can. Oh, and there's some fighting to be had. Okay, so it looks like there's only one hostile. So let's. Yes. Do you see on the action bar here? It mentioned it previously, but when you put where you're going to walk to, it shows you the amount of action points you're going to have left after the action. So if I walk to here, he's going to have 4 action points, so we will be able to do one swing. So yeah, let's do that, why not? There we go, took a bit of a bashing, that one. Okay, now next. He's got no line of sight, so let's move him over a bit. And let's crouch him down. And he can get one auto burst in, so we'll do that. Oh yeah, that was a nice hit. Okay, who's next? Can he get a shot? Oh yeah, he's got a line of sight, so let's crouch him and do a burst. Oh yeah, look at that. Mission updated. The crew deck is clear. Right, so that is all of the mutants dead. So let's see what loot they had. What's this? Weathered holographic. Oh, so it's vendor junk. We'll take that. Okay, let's check if there's anything we can loot. Any... Oh yeah, there's a cabinet up here. Oh, just some ammo. Not a great deal, and I think that's it. So let's check the log. Oh, no, missions. Retrieve Dr. Ramos's log. Yeah, well, I picked up all 3 of them, so now I've just got to go back to her. Cryo A. I don't think I've been in Cryo A yet. Is there anything? Ah, yeah, there is. See, that's why it's worth checking out these locations. Oh, come on with that. Right, let's just move them all to there, all to here, press the space bar, single movement, and now you just go grab. No, you're not going to grab for me? Oh, there we go. Right, more bullets and a bit of money. Not sure what a few credits is worth, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so let's go back to Dr. Jensen, I think their name was. Let's check out the medical bay, why don't we? Oh, there's some stuff in here. So these wall panels. Oh, there we go, there's a melee weapon. Rare Warhawk bladed vibro lance. And it looks exactly the same sort of damage, same range, so just 229 credits worth. So we'll grab that and 2 medium health packs. We're going to be needing all the health packs we can get for the bosses. That you can be sure of. Okay, what's in there? More ammo and another health pack. Cool.
Ah, this could be helpful.
Yeah, it could be very helpful. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh no, and this. See, that didn't highlight, but that's what I said to you. There's some hidden stuff in this game, and this is one of them. Kelly Masters. So let's take a look. Strange sample. Dr. Jensen handed me a sample earlier today. I've examined it, and the sample is unlike anything I've seen before. The tissue and fluids have a green phosphorant glow to them, similar in ways to sleeper suspension fluids. I'm analysing the sample now and should have... Dr. Ramos, how are you? Wow, get away from me. What are you doing? Oh dear, and that was the end of poor Kelly Masters. So that Dr. Ramos, right lunatic. Okay, so that's all we get from there. Let's now go see if we can go back to talk to I've forgotten what her name is. She's up here somewhere, I think. Crew quarters A. Was it straight along here? Oh, for the life of me, I can't remember now. Wasn't there? Let's try here with this locked room. we go. Is the deck clear? Any survivors? Only Roger Grayson. That's terrible news, so I'm happy to hear that Roger survived. Okay, come in. Nice to meet you in person. If you have the logs, hand them over. I'm curious to see what Dr. Amos has been up to. Are you now? He's been a complete lunatic, psychopath, and killed everyone. Do you really want to know what he's been up to? Dr. Jensen stands in front of you. Her hard-lined face shows just a hint of relief as she eyes you and your team members. You hand her Dr. Amos's logs and she quickly rifles through them. Fascinating. I had no idea. It appears Dr. Amos made a breakthrough discovery. It's unfortunate he didn't approach the group with it. In fact, it's highly unethical in all respects. I'd say so, killing everyone and experimenting on them. He's been testing on live subjects, sleepers as we suspected. Accomplished. Dr. Amos' phage mutation allows the virus to distribute and inject modified DNA encoded into human T cells, changing them into regenerative stem cells. This breakthrough is astounding, but in its current form flawed and not quite ready for human trials. It could lead to a full phage cure. More than that, it could be the gateway to regenerative therapies, life longevity, and the end to disease as we know it. However, Dr. Ramos is a criminal. His experiments are unethical and his deception cannot go unpunished. I agree with all of the above. Yes, it's too bad really. He's a brilliant scientist. Perhaps we can place him back in cryo and get him some help after we arrive at our destination. I sent a note to the captain several days ago, but I haven't heard back. What do you think happened to the captain? I'm not sure. Something is wrong though. I don't think he would have allowed anyone on the bridge after I triggered the emergency systems. How can we help? I'd like you to check the captain's quarters. If Captain Fisher is there, explain the situation. If not, investigate his quarters to see if you can find any clues as to where he is. You can find his quarters near the elevator on this deck. I've triggered a security override in case he doesn't answer the door. Very well. Check in on Captain Fisher. The captain's quarters is the only place on the ship where arms are kept. If you're running low on ammunition, you might find some there. Thank you. One last thing, while you're there, please look for a green key card. The captain is the only person on the ship that has that key card. It gives access to the vats during lockdown. The system is closed, so it cannot be hacked or remotely tampered with. You will need that key card to open the bay door to the vats. Right, so we need that. I'm going to head to the cryo bays to see if I can find a way to delay the next shift. We should resolve this situation before potentially exposing them to the virus. You did say the deck is clear. No more phage. That's correct, the deck is clear. You should be safe. Great, okay, thanks once again. I'll be in touch. Okay, anything for us to loot in it? It matters not that she's here. Okay, so we've now then got to go see the captain. And she mentioned it's near the elevators. Which is this way. Oh, it must be, what's that? No, that's the escape pods. So it's got to be this way. Captain's quarters, there we go. Okay, let's check everyone's reloaded. And let's lead them now. Oh, let's save it. And lead them into battle. And we should be noticing that their experience bars are filling up, so someone should be gaining a level hopefully soon. Yeah, they're all about the same. a look in it. Looks like there was a scuffle. Some blood on the couch. Oh yeah, looks a bit gory, doesn't it? Ah, there's something up there. There's a few things in fact. So let's go over here first. Check what's in here. Right, okay, so we got a hack. Now let's see if I can show you what I was rambling about before. So I've tried to hack, press escape. Try to hack, press escape. Oh, check that out. Arnie's not only good with a hammer, he's now improving with his hacking skill. So, two things of note. Number one, he doesn't have to have a hacking tool in order to try and hack it. And number two, he gains skill ups by just simply accessing it. But we don't want to waste it with him, because he's not our main character and we're going to lose him. So do spacebar, select my main character and use him instead, who I do want to skill up, because I want to show you what it unlocks when you get to hacking 20. It's actually rather cool. Oh, there you go. What's his skill at now? His hacking is at 3. You'll notice the higher the skill gets, the longer it will take to skill up, just like with every other game of this type. And yeah, I think it is wonderful. It does give it a little bit of a grind, of course, but then, you know, this is a vast world eventually it's going to be, so you'll have plenty of opportunity to practice your hacking skills. Right, what's he at now? I'm trying to get into 10, so 3 more points, and then we will try an auto hack with a skill of 10, just to show you how effective it is at 10 skill. I imagine this may be removed, what I'm able to do here just by accessing it and escaping. I very well imagine that it will be removed soon from the game. So I don't think you should be able to do that, but we'll see. Maybe you'll leave it in. Alright, what are we at now? We are at 2 more points. And 1 more point. And then we can take a look at how effective auto hack is with 10 points in the skill. We know with 1 point it's not effective at all, it only unlocks the first number. But what about 10 points? Right, let's have a look. So there we go. We've reached 10 points in hacking. Let's now try an auto hack and see if we get past the first number. 4. Yeah, we have. 8. Oh, and we got to the 3rd. 1. And we got to the 4th. 0. And we got to the 5th. Wow. 4. And there we go, look at that, the auto hack at... Although I will say to you now, I've been playing for roughly about 20 hours Stellar Tactics, and I've done a lot of hacking. That is the first time I've ever seen it unlock all of the numbers at 10 skill points. I've never seen it do that well before. But anyway, let's take a look. It might be just because it's the quest trunk that it was easier to hack, but trust me when I tell you, you're not going to see that happen very often. With 10 points, you'll probably unlock the first 2 to 3 numbers normally. But there's some interesting stuff in here now, because here we've got a new shield, and look at that, that's a very nice shield, which I'm going to equip on my main character. We've got a legendary weapon grip, which is a augmentation for is this melee, for a melee weapon, or is it a ranged? Oh, it's ranged. So here's an augmentation for a ranged weapon. It will give us +1 to dexterity, +19 to our chance to hit. So as you can see, there's something I've not even mentioned to y'all yet, that you can get augmentations for your melee weapons and your ranged weapons. How cool is that? So, very cool. And here's the key card that we need, so let's just grab it all. Mission updated. I have the key card. You cannot carry any more. Oh, the bullets. So find the green, so that's done. Let's just show you what it's talking about. So it's left some shotgun ammunition in there. Why? Because if we go into our pocket, and if we look at the shotgun ammunition, we are chock-a-block full. So it will now just leave that behind. No one's using shotguns in my crew, so not really needed. Now, and to enable this shield, we just simply drag and drop into this one. You see, now I've got that extra protection. But this shield is quite lousy, and I don't think there's any point in even changing the red. No, they're all the same, I think. They've all got this +5. So, yeah. This one, is it worth anything? Value 0 credits. So if you, by the way, so this is our pocket, but over here is a stash. If you left click on it, you can store up to 200 items in here. So what I could do with that shield, if I wanted to keep it, I don't. Let's do this instead. So this augmentation, I will want to use it at some point or sell it because it's worth over 5,000 credits. But to store it in my stash, double left click and it will put it in there. Same for, what was the other thing I wanted to keep? In fact, all of this trader junk, until I go and sell it, I can keep it in my stash. Just double left click and away it goes. How cool is that, that you can free up all this pocket space so you can keep grabbing items, more treasure, more loot to sell. Oh, that's worth some money, so I'll sell that. But this is worth nothing. So what do we do with this? We drop it in here. Gone forever. Yep, good. Goodbye to that. So there we are, clear pocket. Okay, was there anything else? Oh yeah, this screen. Captain Fisher, new entry. Let's check it out. Okay, we'll start with the first one. Arms locker. Sarah, I've changed the locker key code as per our agreement prior to re-entry to cryo. As always, the emergency key card is in the hidden compartment in the locker, not the safe. The new code is 740184. Good luck during your shift. Up to this point, all has been quiet. I'll be entering my final brief in the log in several days. Next, Dr. Amos, surgeon. Gary, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm just going to be as brief as possible. Some of this is just speculation. However, I wouldn't come to you with something like this unless I had investigated it as thoroughly as possible. Mortimer, that is, Dr. Amos has engaged in... Oh, there's the timer. Has engaged in highly unethical behaviour and has been conducting private research on sleepers. He's mutated live phage virus and has been experimenting on tissue samples. Please see me as soon as possible. There is a threat of viral outbreak. And with the second team about to cryo-res, I fear the mission is in jeopardy. And this one, Dr. Ramos. Sarah, this is disturbing news. I've set up an appointment with Dr. Ramos for later today. So he set up an appointment with a total lunatic psychopath later today. Be interesting to see what happens to him. Well, there you go. That's the thing. There is no Doc Captain anymore, so that's why. Meanwhile, let me ask the following questions. Is he volatile? I'd say absolutely psychopathic. Do you think he's capable of harming anyone? Well, he's infecting the whole ship. Everyone's turning into mutants. Can we meet before I speak with Dr. Ramos? I'm hoping this is just a misunderstanding, however. I trust your attention to detail in matters like this. Let's hope for the best. I can be available anytime to speak with you. I would be delighted to speak with you. I have made a most remarkable discovery. This is Dr. Ramos speaking, by the way. I would be delighted to speak with you. I have made a most remarkable discovery and I'm eager to share it with you. There may have been a small breach in protocol. You know, him like inseminating the live crew members, a small tiny breach. However, the resulting research is astonishing. Let's talk at 11 AM. Where I'll have a nice little surprise for you. Perhaps after our discussion we can head down to the vats where we can review the results of my work. Yours truly, Marty. In other words, he's a total lunatic and he wants to get his hands on him to maybe inseminate him. Let's see, but the timer has gone. So Captain Fisher, we will find out about that person hopefully in the next episode, but it's not looking great, not when you hold meetings with psychopaths. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.